see you again.
Thank you, man.
I know you're into crowd work. This is your crowd. This is what you have to deal with right now. These are your people. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm in a great place. I'm so happy.
Do you have plans for Memorial Day? Are you going to stick around New York?
I am. So I have I'm doing 2 back-to-back weekends at the Brooklyn Improv. So one weekend is down, and then this weekend is what's left. So I have 2 shows tonight and 2 shows tomorrow, and then I'm gonna hang out with a couple of friends. Then I'll leave on, I think, Wednesday morning. But
That's
I'm
what
liking
I was
it
asking.
here.
I was asking about the hangout.
What
do you do when you're around in New York?
I do not hang enough, man. And I actually the other night I went after a show, and I linked up with a friend of mine, Cypher Sounds, and he took me to get pizza. And I burnt the whole roof of my mouth up.
Yep.
So I'm like, and this is why I don't have fun.
This is it. That's initiation.
This is it right here. I think I'm a New Yorker now. I just tore the roof of my mouth.
You have to burn your roof, and then you have to get splashed by a cab going by on a rainy day. Those are the 2 initiations. When you're good, you're in.
It was so hot the other day. I was like, does it rain here?
No.
It was like 97 degrees.
It was. No, well, you know what? I like hot weather, so that's not complaining.
Gray sweats in 72 degrees.
Yeah, I do. Right now, I'm sweating. One thing fans love about your specials and your comedy is your crowd work. So is there like, I don't know, is there like a process to picking the crowd or the people that you're going to talk to or make jokes about? Because I saw your special this morning and I loved it.
Thank you.
The comebacks are so quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty quick. No, there's rules and everything. So there's 3 rules. Rule number 1 is if I look at you and you don't want any smoke, look away. Rule number 2 is if I look at you and you look at me and I start and you don't like what I'm talking about, looking away will no longer save you. And then rule number 3 is don't be offended on behalf of other people.
Okay,
And then we can have fun, right? So I don't get anybody, I'm not a bully.
Right.
But also, it's not just crowd work. Like I do about 90 minutes and like 50 is material, and then I'll get into crowd work for the rest.
When you're traveling around, and you have obviously these different audiences though, that are going to respond to your material in different ways. Like when you're in like North Dakota, do you have to like adjust, and then you go to New York, you go to LA, you go to these like big cities. Like do you have to adjust, or you do the same jokes, or do you have to kind of modify everything?
Oh no 2 shows are the same.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. Like people literally will go to like the early show and then line back up and come back around again and get a different experience. I don't do the same.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, keep it really loose. Yeah, I keep it really, really loose.
And so you said that you're pretty quick coming back. How does this happen? Like how do you come back?
I think you just have to be the funny guy, like in school, like your whole. Like you have to get in a lot of trouble, a lot of vice principal offices, you know, and then you grow up and you hone that and you get to being appropriate with it. But yeah. I always do stuff, always thinking, always keeping my brain working and stuff, messing with Legos or whatever, but I try to keep my mind sharp.
Do you play Legos?
Yeah, I'm a Lego fanatic.
Lego? That's nice.
Shout out to Lego.
Give me some free Legos. The social media, the internet, everything kind of has changed comedy so much where, back in the day you had to either go to a club or you had to like wait for the HBO special to come out. Now you're accessing people's sets constantly, and it's like the highlight bit. Do you like that, or do you want people to have like the full experience, like sit down, enjoy one-on-one?
That's supposed to be the commercial that gets you to come see the live show.
Right.
Like, we don't want to give away all the solid good stuff, so it's like, here's the stuff between the stuff.
Right.
That's what it is. So I think some people miss that. Like they see crowd work and they're like, oh, that's all you do? It's like, no, that's all I'm willing to give you for free. You see what I'm saying?
It's a tease.
Yeah, but it's really fun. I like posting the interactions because then you get to see the diversity in the crowds. You get to see who's coming out. You get to see that we can have fun with virtually anybody. I get to flex, and I'm college educated, and I show that a little bit when how I speak, and so I enjoy that.
And now the Improv Comedy Club has history, right? What was it like for you to be part of breaking in a new space in Brooklyn?
Man, this has been an amazing couple of weeks. I've never done a back-to-back. It's not normal in comedy to do 2 weekends back-to-back, and so.
By the way, all sold out shows?
Yeah, it's been pandemonium. It's been pandemonium. Like there's some long lines and people are coming from everywhere. There was people from Texas and California, and like they just saw the dates. They're like, I've always wanted to go to Brooklyn. And now I have a reason.
That's awesome.
So it's been fun. But what's cool is this is the grand opening of the space, and it's a beautiful club. And so all of the Improv's big wigs, nationally and internationally, were physically there. So like last weekend, those 7 sold out shows, that was their soft opening. Like they wanted to be slammed. And now we're going into another 6 sold out shows, and now they're like, all right, we're hitting our stride. So it feels, it's one thing to just do stand-up, it's another thing to have like the owners be like, we're so thankful that you're here so that we can like work out all our kinks.
And it helps out the economy too, man. I mean, that's, you know, the comedy clubs are struggling ever since COVID, so you got to get people back in the seats.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's crazy. Do you have, and you don't have to say New York because you're here, do you have a favorite town, city to perform in? Like someone that they get me, they love me, they feel me?
My town. Tacoma, Washington, where I own Nate Jackson's super funny comedy club.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that. I own the largest black-owned comedy club in the country, and so that's where a lot of the original, like when I was first filming myself, they were right there at my club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome,
Tacoma has such good people, city of industry. Yeah. It's kind of like a little New York.
Yeah, I gotta visit. I've heard good things about Tacoma, so I have to go visit. I haven't been out to Washington. I have a few friends out there.
You do?
Yeah, I do, but I haven't been able. I know. I'll pull up to your comedy club.
Come on. Just let me know when you're coming so I can spoil you, man. I want to make sure everybody is good to go. All them drinks on me. Pull up. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nate. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's been great having you. By the way, he takes a stage tonight and tomorrow night at Brooklyn Improv. If you couldn't get tickets for those shows, he has shows available in Albany as well. Go
and
to
Netflix special as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, super funny.
Super funny.
Yeah, and I'm on Bad Monkey season 2, so when that comes out, man, make sure you tune into Apple TV.
There you go. You can't miss him. You'll see him everywhere. And you can also go to his website, natejacksoncomedy.com, for more information.
That's right.